Hey, welcome. Today, we're going to talk about genuine attraction, but maybe not in the way you're used to. Forget about rule books or weird pickup artist tricks. We're going to explore how real, lasting attraction is actually a side effect of, well, building a better you. To start with the internal work. Because before you can genuinely connect with anyone else, you've got to be solid with yourself. And look, this isn't just some fluffy, feel-good advice. This is the bedrock of everything else. It really boils down to two huge steps. First, developing self-belief. Truly knowing your own worth, deep down. And second, pursuing your passions. When you have your own goals, your own hobbies, you build this full, interesting life that doesn't need someone else's approval. That kind of self-sufficient energy, it's seriously magnetic. And this is a super important distinction to get right. Confidence comes from an internal belief in yourself, and that is incredibly attractive. Arrogance, though, that's all about an external performance, about showing off to get validation. And it just falls flat. The takeaway here is pretty clear. It's about how you feel inside, not what you feel you need to prove on the outside. And that brings us to this key principle, universal respect. See, attraction isn't built by just being nice to the one person you're interested in. It's about how you treat everyone, the person making your coffee, your friends, total strangers. When you're consistently, genuinely respectful to other people, that says a whole lot about your character. Which leads to another key difference, being genuinely kind versus being, too nice. Real kindness comes from a place of strength and authenticity, but too nice can feel different, almost like a transaction, like you're hoping to get something in return. The message here is simple, but so powerful. Just be real. Okay, so once you've got that inner foundation feeling solid, it just naturally starts to show up on the outside. This isn't about putting on a show or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about letting your authentic self be seen. And let's just be direct for a second. Some things are absolutely non-negotiable. Good hygiene is just a fundamental sign of self-respect. It shows that you care about yourself, which is kind of the first step before asking anyone else to. And honestly, just getting this right puts you way ahead of the game. So here are some simple, practical upgrades. On the surface, yeah, we're talking clean clothes, fresh breath, neat hair, the basics. But it's also in how you communicate, speaking calmly and clearly, not rushing your words. It shows a certain composure and confidence. And of course, avoiding abusive language is a must. These are instant upgrades to how you come across. And just so you can see where these ideas are coming from, here's the list we're drawing on. As you can see, these points aren't complicated or manipulative. They're basically a straightforward roadmap for becoming a more well-rounded, confident, and respectful person. Each one just builds on the last. All right, so you've worked on the inner foundation. You're paying attention to how you present yourself. What's next? Well, the final piece of the puzzle is all about shifting the focus from me to we, about how you actually forge that real, genuine connection with another person. Wow, just let that one sink in for a second. Think about it. So many people in conversations are just waiting for their turn to speak. They're not really listening. They're just reloading, thinking about the clever thing they're going to say next. But a real connection? That's built when you actually listen, when you're present and truly curious about what the other person is saying and feeling. That simple shift from performing to listening is one of the most powerful and attractive things you can do because it makes the other person feel truly seen. So what's the big takeaway here? What does this all add up to? We've gone on a journey, right? From the inner work on your self-worth to how you show up in the world, and finally to how you actually connect with others. It's a complete inside-out approach. And here's the most important thing to remember. This was never a checklist for attracting someone. It's a framework for becoming a more confident, respectful, and passionate person. The beautiful side effect is that those very qualities are what create genuine, natural attraction in all areas of your life. So I'll leave you with this question.